Welcome to my channel, where there are interesting and equally sensational stories. Listen to today's story. Even when it's uncomfortable or uneasy, one of the best ways to heal is simply getting everything out. We learned that it's okay to have a meltdown. Just don't unpack and live there. Our first op vowed to love and to cherish until parted by death, not open marriage. Am I in the wrong? My wife and I have been together 10 years through high school, college, and into our early career. We have been married for 1.5 years and found out she had been sexting and talking explicitly with multiple people. One of the individuals lives in Indianapolis. She was subscribed to anonymous dating apps like Pure and told people we were in an open marriage, and she has come out as bisexual. After finding out, I was willing to give it a try and work through it. Her dad is also going through a divorce and he moved in with us. She, after about 2 months, decided she wanted to travel nurse to, you guessed it, Indianapolis. At that point, I feel like I subconsciously knew it was over when she went. She parties and drinks every night, while I grieve alone. I went on each day having to see her dad, who had no idea what was going on, and act like everything was fine. My wife came back for a couple days to visit family and for an ultimatum on me. Have an open marriage or a divorce. I said, an open marriage goes against everything I stand for. We need to get a divorce. I since moved her dad out and have been made out to be the bad guy. She comes home tomorrow, and I told her I'd rather her stay with her brother, whom her dad is temporarily living with, so I don't have to go through yet another emotional roller coaster. Am I the wrong with this thinking? This has been going on since February of this year. Ask an opinion, you're gonna get it. Money Concept 5543 offers an opinion. No. Was just reading a different post that says, to not victim blame. No matter what you did or didn't do, cheating is ultimately their fault. The op replies, I completely agree. It's just been months of trying to look internally on what I did or didn't do. And honestly, there were no answers. Cool Lobster 2074 offers, because you didn't do anything, it's not about you. It's about her. Karenary thinks cheating is never about you. Perhaps there were issues in your relationship, but if that was the case, she chose to cheat on you instead of addressing them. You or her husband, she should have just found a way to bring up issues with you. This is not your fault at all. We waste so much time wondering why the other person betrayed us, when in reality we should be focusing on ourselves to heal, move on, and become the people we want to be. Best wishes, op. I don't think you have done anything wrong. Ad Revolution 6749 adds on. Sounds like she's trying to redefine the terms of your marriage after having cheated, and to basically keep you hostage in the marriage under her terms. It sucks that her dad got hurt by her actions too. Not sure I'd say you're in the wrong. Strike fast, strike hard, figuratively speaking, with divorce, etc. See an attorney as soon as possible. Know your rights and get and follow legal advice. She sounds like she's out of her mind, way out. Protect yourself. You're not in the wrong at all, OP. When you entered into this marriage, you vowed to enter a marriage between you and your wife. You didn't expect things to go this way, and you shouldn't have to put up with a marriage is about reciprocity, friendship, and balance. It sounds like your wife isn't seeing it that way and may have a very selfish approach to it right now. She might actually be forcing you to end things so that she doesn't feel responsible for ending things. She may be thinking that if you end it, she can feel less guilty about uprooting the family. I'm so sorry, OP. This isn't at all fair. But know that you are not at fault at all. Period. Do you think OP is in the wrong? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Up next, It Takes Two to Tango. I'm just so effing sad. We've decided to get divorced, but we haven't told our young kids or anyone else yet. I love being a husband and a dad. I love our house. I love the life we had built. And now it's all going to be torn down. Just so dang sad. I don't want any of this to happen. I had everything I ever wanted. I was happy. I honestly believe that she was too, but she had an affair. Only after finding out about her affair Did she tell me about a lot of things that I did over the years that hurt her? She never communicated about them. At least not long enough for me to even have a clue that she wasn't happy in her marriage. Despite the tremendous pain I experienced from her betrayal, I was willing to work to get past the infidelity and build a stronger marriage, but she wasn't willing or able to work through the things she wasn't happy with. The things I did to hurt her are real and are serious, but I'm so upset and disappointed that I care enough to overcome her affair, and she doesn't care enough to overcome what I did wrong. Now I have to be part of tearing down everything we built and see it hurt our kids. I never saw my life going in this direction. I could handle it if it was just me, but it destroys me to know what my kids are going to have to go through. I just wanted to put this out there as a form of public therapy. Public therapy or not, you're gonna get reactions. GoGo Socks 82 says, "Really not buying the, you did this thing from 10 plus years ago as the reason I cheated." She cheated because she's selfish and is rewriting the history of your relationship to justify the cheating. It's frankly gross in discussing that she's doing it. She needs to own the fact that she cheated and not blame shift the end of the marriage onto you, because the reality is you wouldn't be getting divorced as you didn't cheat. Crendel Rex has the next opinion. Cheaters lie. Whatever she's saying now, she's saying to justify to herself that what she did for good reasons. If I had a nickel every time there was story where the relationship was good to great before the affair, then suddenly the wayward spouse suddenly has been having issues for a long time. The issues in your relationship are a reason to fix the relationship, even leave a relationship, never to cheat. People cheat because they are selfish and cruel individuals. This is not your fault. If you believe nothing else, believe that. The op replies, "I completely understand that her affair is not my fault. There's no part of me that currently blames myself or her affair. I do believe that the problems were there, but she handled it extremely poorly. The marriage is effectively over. I'm turning the corner to try and establish a good co-parenting relationship. I will eventually find someone that I am very happy with romantically. I'm just so sad that it came to this. I expected to be married forever and loved her with all of my heart. It's the future I was anticipating and worked so hard for that I am mourning. All of the Christmas mornings with our kids. All of the kids' milestone moments and just the summer nights in the backyard together. Our children are coming home to us on holidays as adults with kids of their own someday. I always thought we would experience those things together, but now I have to adjust my expectations and it hurts." Hey, Hi Ho Ho says, she cheated. Don't for a second think she was being remotely honest about things that bothered her. Many of the things may be like a movie based on events, but it's what she says to avoid reflecting. Don't interact with her like it's a give and take equally. She is not your friend. No Nonsense says, I'm a bit incredulous about her having issues never communicating them and then saying this drove her to have the affair. Sounds like she did it because she wanted to and uses these things you did that hurt her as an excuse. If she doesn't communicate, how are you to know? It's sad that you have 2 children and she's willing to walk away and destroy her family. All you can do is be the best father you can be and live well. AOP replies, I've definitely considered your angle on it, that this is all concocted to relieve her of all guilt and put the blame on me. But things add up now that didn't before. I would prefer that this was all made up BS, but I believe that she is actually being more honest now than ever before. A lot of our relationship appears to be a lie and one-sided looking back on it now. For so long, I felt the lack of affection, attraction, and connection coming from her. I thought it was just the way she was, and I accepted it. I tried to compensate by giving more of those things myself, carry the load for us both. It turns out she wasn't giving me those things because of issues from the past that she never had the courage to discuss and address. Things that I believe we could have addressed and set right years ago if I was just given the opportunity. That I blame her for. You can't be in marriage in hydro and happiness and expect anything but a catastrophic failure out of the marriage to occur eventually. Honestly, OP, she should have been comfortable enough to have conversations with you about what she was feeling and what you did wrong. I can't answer her or assume why she didn't. However, I do know the importance of communication in marriage can't be stressed enough. It's essential to any successful marriage. Effective communication ensures fewer misunderstandings and helps develop a well-rounded relationship. Talking often helps you have a better understanding of each other and build a stronger bond. When you understand what each is dealing with, the ability to misunderstand each other decreases, and it will help each other feel supported and lead to better marital satisfaction. It's unfortunate that it got to this point, OP, and I'm so sorry, but it isn't your fault. Marigan balls two people. You can't share this burden alone. Is OP at fault? Tell us how you feel. While we move on, up next is one bad love bug. Karma story got left for another guy. Ex-girlfriend cheats, and develops serious disease on first date. Ended up finding out my now ex was dating one of my patients behind my back. Their first date was to an adventure park in the woods climbing trees. During the date, she unknowingly gets bit by a tick. 3 weeks later, she comes to me crying, expecting sympathy, saying she was diagnosed with Lyme disease and has to go through some pretty significant treatment. She will be fine. She is still with the guy she cheated on me with, so she's his problem now. I never really believed in karma before, but this one was too good not to share. Keep your head up, peeps. Karma will clearly come for them. Dingleberries for Sport has a reaction. How did these people even get dates? So where do you want to take me? I don't know. I figured we'd run around outside. Maybe hang out in a forest, whatever. DOP replies, and it was 2 hours out of town and insanely expensive. She must really like this guy. Wild Grapefruit 9177 adds, I love stories with a happy ending. CJ yeah adds in. Dude, I was seeing went to Mexico. Most likely with a woman or trying to cheat. When he got back, his truck never started again. Karma wins. Wow. Yes. Everything connects to everything else. Karma can definitely come back and bite you in a butt, or in this case, it can be a tick with Lyme disease. Share some of your karma stories in the comments below. Is imitation just a form of flattery? Not to this op? Friend who slept with 3 of my partners, dated 2. Edit. I rarely use the term ex-friend. I usually just say we used to be friends, but we are not friends anymore. Ex-friends. Can't change the title, obviously. I'm putting the edit up here. I stopped associating with her after high school. I don't know how else to make this clear. Since I, 23 female, was in high school, a friend of mine, Sam, 21 female, tried to sleep with everyone I was dating. We were really good friends. We went to an empowerment type camp together as young women, and it bonded us something crazy. I didn't know about any of this until I found out my husband, 26 male, was seeing her for over 3 years. We had been married for 4 years. He was late from work one day. I waited for him with dinner made, and he shows up with Sam. My heart broke. I have a pit in my stomach just talking about it. Anyway, I ended my relationship with my boyfriend in high school because he had slept with Sam. 2 or 3 relationships pass. Then my husband I reconnected with an ex after high school who told me they had also had sex. Then I found out Sam is dating my ex from high school. I found that last bit out because the ex hit me up and tried to hook up. My head is literally mad. What the hell was going on? Is this simply just how things happened? I can't help but think too much into things. Once I get twice as a coincidence, 3 times is insane. NC Deep Diver offers an opinion. I hope you destroyed your husband in the divorce. If you live in the US, I hope you live in a state with alienation and affection laws where you can sue her everything she has or ever will have. Shell says, hope you let your ex-husband know that he wasn't special and that she just loves getting the dick after you've had it. Hide and Sin adds in. Most guys don't care about that if they're only looking for some action and not a keeper, just saying. Hope that helps. The op replies, I think he was experiencing a bit of both. I was incredibly mean and loud when I found out, not really proud of that, but Lord, he cried. He knows he wasn't anything to her while he loved her. Ikapi. Sounds like Sam just can't stand to see you happy and might totally be obsessed with you. She'd probably an extremely envious type. Fortunately for you, she gets your sloppy seconds that don't work for you. You don't want these slime balls anyway. Let her have them. Do you have a similar experience to share? Thank you for joining us today on our space. Forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Also, please let us know what you thought of today's content. See you soon.